Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for joining me here on Feature Junkie. My name is Ed, and today we're going to be talking about the new movie, Jules. Directed by Mac Turtledove, starring Ben Kingsley, Harriet Harris, and Zoe Winters. So I'll be honest, I had no idea what this movie even was about. My wife was like, hey, let's go to the movies and check out this film. I was like, I didn't even realize that this was even in theaters right now, so I definitely have a lot to say about this film. But before I get into it, if you could leave a like down below, I'd greatly appreciate that. Now let's get into the plot, courtesy of IMDb. Jules follows Milton, who lives in a quiet life of routine in a small western Pennsylvania town, but finds his day upended when a UFO and an extraterrestrial passenger crash lands in his backyard. Before long, Milton develops a close relationship with the extraterrestrial he calls Jules. Things become complicated when two neighbors discover Jules and the government quickly closes in. So going into this movie, I was a little skeptical. I knew nothing about the film. We were the only ones in the theater, so I figured no one else knew about this film. And man, I gotta say, I had a great time watching it. This film deals with a lot of older people and the struggles that they go to as they age. And whenever you talk about those type of topics, it's definitely an emotional trigger because everyone has grandparents or everyone knows someone that's older in their lives. And I feel like when you talk about those specific topics, it's definitely easy to trigger those emotions, and they lean into that a lot in this film. And Ben Kingsley did a really great job in this film as the lead actor. He's really diving deeper and leaning into those aspects of like what older people have to deal with. And it's a very sad and emotional topic, but then here comes this alien out of nowhere who doesn't say not one word in the entire film, just has such a strong presence in the movie. I absolutely love the makeup and design of this alien, and they say it so many times throughout the film, and you can really feel it while you're watching the movie. It's just like how much his eyes really understand what you're going through. So when it comes to people addressing the alien, it's really easy for them to open up to them where they have no one else to talk to. And it's a really cool moment to see that all these people really want is to feel and be heard. And they do that so well in this film. It's such an emotionally driven film. There's absolutely a lot of funny scenes in the movie that kind of break up those serious moments. If I were to nitpick just a little bit though in this film, is that the movie's a little linear. And what I mean by that is like it's one of these movies that it's like a day in the life of a person. And while they say the government's coming after them as a subplot, you kind of really don't feel that in the movie. In some instances in the movie, it does come off a little bit dry, but again, I feel like it's broken up really well with the comedic timing moments in the film. And I think that this is going to be one of those films that it's kind of like A Man Called Otto, where a lot of people missed out on it in the movies. Once it went to Netflix, they like raved about it and they were like, oh my gosh, you guys should check out this movie even though it's been out for months. I feel like this is going to be the same thing that happens with this film, where it's a really great film. I would definitely recommend it. I just don't think people will see it until it comes out on streaming. I think once it comes out on streaming, I think so many people are just gonna praise this film, and I think that it definitely deserves that. I think that a lot of people can connect to this film in many different ways, and I would absolutely recommend it. And I want to hear what you guys have to say, if you're gonna check it out, if you're not, whatever your thoughts are, leave them in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe, hit the notification icon down below so you know I'm going live or dropping new content. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here today on Feature Junkie.